Hello, my name's Jane Orford. I'm English and a bilingual teacher of the French and English languages. I'm married. I'm married to a bear of a man called Bill, who used to own a building company in the UK, but now enjoys renovating old buildings in France. We have two lovely grown-up children who will both be full-time university students from September this year. I studied French at college and then spent a year perfecting my written and spoken French at the Chamber of Commerce in Brussels. During this gap year period, I also supplemented my student income by working as an au pair, looking after two children aged 4 and 6. I then spent a couple of years travelling and doing temporary jobs, one of which was looking after a 9-year-old boy in Twyford near Winchester in the UK, before taking a linguist course for personal assistance at the Institute of Higher Education in Southampton, England, specialising in translation and interpretation. I also later took an Oxford Teaching English as a Foreign Language course to enable me to teach both French and English. After my children were born in 1995 and 96, I was a stay-at-home mum for the first few years, and then I decided to request registration with Hampshire County Council as an official childminder, working from home. To do this, my family and I were vetted. I had to attend a 20-week course looking at all aspects of childcare, take a first aid examination and have our house thoroughly inspected to make sure it was child-friendly. I was then engaged by two doctors to look after their 3 children, aged between 4 and 6, after school. In 1999, I also started working at the local primary school as a contract French teacher, teaching the rudiments of the French language, with songs, nursery rhymes to 5-year-olds. Now that was great fun. I also ran the local mother and toddler group, where mums and dads could bring their babies and toddlers to play and socialise. In 2001, my family and I moved to Brittany in France, where we've been living, working and renovating our old farm buildings ever since. When I first arrived, I got a job working as a contract English teacher, going into different primary and secondary schools and lycées to boost the English language teaching in each establishment. In 2003, I got a job working for LCI, an international company that supplies English teachers and translators to medium and large companies such as France Telecom, Alcatel and Motorola. I worked there for 6 years, but then in 2009 I decided to go self-employed. Since then I haven't stopped. I've been teaching English to a very varied clientele indeed, going into companies to teach professionals, working with retired people wanting to learn some English before going on holiday, going into schools and also teaching individual children and teenagers in their own homes. At the moment, I'm teaching 4 groups via a cultural association, another group at a university, an elementary group of children aged 6 and 7 years old, and I've just completed a contract teaching business English to engineers at Orange Telecom. I'm also teaching a lovely little 7-year-old Romanian boy who is the son of an anaesthetist at the local hospital, as well as his 14-year-old cousin, and another doctor's 8-year-old daughter and 14-year-old son. I speak both English and French fluently. Il va sans dire que si vous le souhaitez, je serai en mesure d'enseigner vos enfants la langue française ainsi que l'anglais. It goes without saying that I would be able to teach both French and English to your children if you should so wish. I have many years' experience of working with children of different ages, and I really enjoy the challenge of teaching different age groups. I couldn't say I prefer any particular age of child. A toddler has everything to learn, and it's a real pleasure teaching that age group as they pick up a second language very naturally and very easily. On the other hand, working with an older child or teenager who already has some knowledge of the language can be just as rewarding and fun, especially if the child is really motivated and keen to learn. Having fun while learning is the key. I'd be happy working and looking after several children, but obviously they would need to be close in age and level to be taught together. I believe the role of a governess should be educative and nurturing. Children need to enjoy what they are learning and have a strong bond with their teacher, otherwise it's an uphill struggle. I also believe that a governess should be totally in tune with the wishes of the parents in respect of their children's care and education. I feel it is imperative that from the very beginning, the parents, the children and the governess all determine what is expected of each other and set the ground rules. A little bit about my family. My eldest son Ben is 20 years old and he's studying for a master's degree in political science in Rennes here in France. As a matter of fact, he has just completed his third year of study in Lithuania through the Erasmus Student Exchange Programme. My youngest son Peter is currently taking his baccalaureate exams and plans to study the arts of cinema and theatre at Université of Rennes 2. Since my two boys will be at uni and my husband fully occupied renovating his old farm buildings, I feel that now is the perfect opportunity for me to experience life in another country whilst doing the job I love. I'm very much a nature lover. I love going for walks in the country or by the seaside. Here in France, we have quite a few pets, 2 dogs, 2 domesticated cats, and 1 wild one living outside, who loves me but hates my husband. We also have a Breton cart horse called Elsie, and an African grey parrot called Charlie, who loves my husband but will attack me. A family with animals would therefore be very welcome, although not essential. I also enjoy reading, music, dance and the arts, and occasionally watching sports such as tennis, athletics and Formula 1. I'd be available to start from September onwards. I'm very much looking forward to working with you and getting to know your family. The experience of bringing up my own 2 children and teaching and caring for many others has been both rewarding and satisfying, and something that I have absolutely loved doing. To assume the role of a governess is something I'm very excited about. I truly believe that my extensive experiences with children, added to my linguistic teaching abilities and my own easygoing, loving nature, would be a benefit to any household. You can be assured that I would look after your children as though they are my own, which is to say, give them lots of confidence, have a great deal of fun with them, and make them feel happy and secure. Je vous remercie de votre attention. Thank you for listening.